Hi there, Aria here, and welcome to my note series on the artist's way. If you're here for the first time, great, and it's great to have you. This is actually covering week 6, which is recovering a sense of abundance. So if you're just getting started with the artist's way, make sure to start from the beginning. I have the videos 1 through 5 already on my channel. But this right here is week 6. So let's get started, shall we? Week 6, like I said, is all about recovering a sense of abundance. And I'll read here just to revamp what was said in this chapter. This week, you tackle a major creative block, money. You're asked to really look at your own ideas around God, money, and creative abundance. The essays will explore the ways in which your attitudes limit abundance and luxury in your current life. You will be introduced to counting, a block-busting tool for clarity and right use of funds. This week may feel volatile. In other words, you may feel a bit shaky on your feet, which I felt a little bit myself. But at the end of the day, I kind of got back up and was able to balance. So there were quite a few different quotes and statements that stood out to me this week. The first one being this one. Most of us harbor a secret belief that work has to be work and not play. And that anything we really want to do, like write, act, dance, also adding to that, songwriting, singing, being the true version of yourself, must be considered frivolous and be placed a distant second. This is not true. And it really is not true. That's something that I've been accepting myself, and hopefully you have as well, where you're learning that the things that really call to you on your inside is not something that is frivolous, and it's something that really should be taken seriously and not lightly. In other words, take really what you want to do with your life really seriously, because you only have this one life that we know of so far, and you need to make sure that you're living life the way that you want to live it. So another quote that was really interesting for me is, making art begins with making hay while the sun shines. It begins with getting into the now, which is not the future, it's not the past, it's the now. All right? And enjoying your day. Not writing a bunch of to-do lists, not trying to check them all off, but really enjoying your day. It begins with giving yourself some small treats and breaks. So that is something that I really worked on today and this past week, is making sure I give myself proper breaks, and that instead of working through the day nonstop, that I take the time to enjoy life and how it's unfolding in its natural state. So that might be something small for you. For example, I drink tea. I love tea. I prefer tea over coffee. So when I wake up and I have my morning matcha, that's 1 cup of tea, and then throughout the day, I'll drink different other teas, herbal teas. And that kind of not only gives me a little reward throughout the day, but causes me to pause and really think about what I'm doing, look out a window, enjoy the wonderful, beautiful weather that I have, and hopefully you have great weather too, and just being in that moment. What we really want to do is what we're really meant to do. This is really the central theme of this entire chapter, and really something that, if nothing in this book has resonated with you yet, I really hope that this resonates with you. That what is truly in your heart, what God has put in your heart, what the universe has put in your spirit, whatever is really true and connecting to you, is what you're meant to do in this life. So don't go around and following the outside crowd and saying, okay, this looks great, I'll go and be this, or this looks great, I'll go and be this. Or, society expects me to do this, so I'll go and be this. No, what society expects you to do might be completely different than what, your own internal compass calls for you to do. So you need to make sure that you're listening to your own internal compass. Because at the end of the day, do you really want to go, 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now and feel like you're stuck and that you really should have been pursuing the thing that you've always wanted to pursue in your life? I don't. I hope you don't either. Doesn't really make for a happy life, does it? Here's one. In order to thrive as artists, and one could argue as people, we need to be available to the universal flow. So that's what I was talking about before, where we all need to be available to, instead of making sure or trying to control our outside environment to a T, we need to make sure that we are in flow. And when we're in that flow state, then that's when the opportunities come to us. And that's when lots of different things align. And you find that the right people, the right opportunities are come to us instead of us, really trying to overly control. Because when you overly control, that's when those opportunities aren't really granted to you, because you're trying to control so much. You're not letting God come in. You're not letting other forces come in and help you, because you're really thinking that you can do everything on your own. And that is not necessarily the case. All right, so another one that stood out to me is really when I was going through the tasks. That was actually a fun thing for me. Sometimes tasks might be a little bit boring with this book, but this week it was nice, going out and actually clearing things away from my closet, giving things away, granting and giving things to other people that they might love that I might not love anymore, things that no longer serve me. That was really good. And then another one with creation was baking something. I happen to be gluten-free, so it was actually nice going out and baking something that I know that I can eat and enjoy, rather than, trying to figure other things out. And I haven't baked in a while, so that was really, really fun. And I hope that with what's been going on with the different tasks, that you have found some to be fun as well. I really do. And with the check-in, so let's do a quick check-in. How many pages this week did you do your morning pages? I did mine, thankfully, all in the morning, which is great. Did you have your artist date this week? Yes, I do. I did have my artist date, though I should try to go out more instead of doing the, movies and Netflix and TV shows and a TV show binge. So I'm working on that, but I did do an artist date. All right. And synchronicity, I haven't felt that synchronicity yet, but I'm sure I will soon. And were there other issues this week that you consider significant in your recovery? So this week, like I said, that one quote really resonated with me, and I hope it's resonated with you, that what is put on your heart is really what you are meant to do in this life. So whatever you want to do, truthfully, internally, is what you are meant to do. So you go out and you be the best version of that, okay? All right, so that is it for week 6. I am really glad that you've made it this far. And before week 7, let's go ahead and do a quick preview of what that entails. So week 7, recovering a sense of connection. So it says, this week we turn to the practice of right attitudes for creativity. The emphasis is on your receptive as well as active skills. The essays, exercises, and tasks aim at excavating areas of genuine creative interest as you connect with your personal dreams. Oh, dreams, that sounds really good to me, and I hope that it sounds great to you. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, that you've gleaned something from it, that you've had some kind of inspiration from it, and I can't wait to post again next week. So thank you. Have an awesome day or night. And until then, bye.